Well, hello, and thanks for watching another episode of ARFCOM News, your twice-weekly dose of the finest 2A propaganda. Did you miss me? I'm back.
I'm thinking I'm back.
We published more than 80 SHOT Show videos, and I am very glad to be back. To be honest, I'm not all that fond of Vegas, and the pace we set is exhausting, but I really do enjoy the chance to talk to so many cool people about gun nerd stuff. We covered all the really popular stuff like Primary Arms and Palmetto State Armory, and obviously Magpul, as well as dozens of other products you might not have heard about, so go ahead and check out the playlist while you're screwing around at work. Of course, as always, we'll throw a card up there and a link down there in the doobly-doo. But like I said, I have had more than enough of that for now, so on with the news. Well, after we pay some bills anyway. As you know, it would be impossible for us to produce quality 2A propaganda without sponsors. Today's video is sponsored by TNVC.com, your source for bespoke, artisanal, non-GMO night vision products expertly forged by Amish craftsmen in the heart of a dying star.
Hey friend, it's dark half the time on this planet. Unless you got magic powers or a mountain of carrots, you're gonna need TNVC to see at nighttime the right way.
George Furna is a firearms trainer, gun store owner, and a bigger cock blocker than C-3PO.
Sir, I've isolated the reverse power flux coupling.
He's a 2A butter. You know, one of those losers who likes to say they support gun rights, but he recently went on record for a local news station opposing Louisiana's permitless carry bill. Now, on its own, that's not really any surprise. You will find scumbag firearm trainers coming out of their hole to support authoritarian carry laws in any state that considers permitless carry because they feel threatened. Now, of course, any decent trainer shouldn't need the government to force people to take their classes to stay in business. But these tools know they're going to lose money when people aren't forced to attend. Ironically, his website mentions that a person can skip the training requirement by proving they qualified on a weapon in the military, and I didn't see him speaking out against that. So apparently he believes that a 21-year-old mosquito wing who qualified marksman on a 240 Bravo and never touched a handgun in his life, or for that matter, studied Louisiana use of force law, is of course perfectly ready to carry a handgun in public. I wonder what his favorite flavor of crayon is.
The red one is more gooder to me because it tastes like berries.
But that's not even the best part. This Uberfud invented a product he calls the Cock Block.
Hi, I'm George Fournette, the creator of the Cock Block, the only slide rack assist and pistol mount you'll ever need.
Folks just don't seem to have a taste for testicles no more.
You can't make this stuff up, folks. The idea is it helps a person to cock a semi-auto pistol. You know, in case you live on a planet which has literally not one single solid edge like a countertop to press the rear sight against. I guess it also displays the handgun, in case that's something you want to do and you don't have any coat hangers. As useless as it is, at least he didn't get too greedy with the pricing. You can have your very own double-hole cock block for just 30 bucks. If you hate money and want a paperweight anyway. So if you live in Lafayette Parish, Louisiana, please don't ever make the mistake of shopping at the Post Exchange in Youngsville. And if you own a device with internet access, please be careful because spiteful Google reviews left in an emotional state could cause more harm to a business than a change in statute. It would be awfully unfortunate if this cock blocker lost more business for supporting control freak policies than he would have lost when the bill passes. Speaking of authoritarian government policies, the control freaks in Virginia are trying to reduce vehicle thefts by passing a law to fine people $500 for leaving a handgun visible in the car. There is just so much broken with this idea. Like, for one thing, I thought it was already illegal to hunt over bait. And why just handguns? Does this mean the politicrators think it is perfectly acceptable to leave a loaded belt-fed machine gun on your dash? Or a chainsaw? Or a seat full of stabby things? I mean, I'm not saying people should be leaving their guns in their cars where they can be seen. You ought to keep your gun in the holster on your person. or lock it up at home, just like your wallet. But if we're going to fine people for leaving a gun out, then we should fine people for leaving anything valuable out. What's next? The federal government pressuring states to pass so-called safe storage laws? Well,
I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Yeah, so it looks like the Weekend at Bernie's regime published model legislation to pressure states into passing safe storage laws, and they're sending a letter to your kid's principal urging them to reach out and engage and share information and other mostly harmless raising awareness type stuff. And, you know, I would be all for it if their recommendations didn't center around rendering firearms useless for defense. They recommend it be unloaded, locked away, separate from ammunition, locked away in another container. People should secure their guns as best they can for their situation, but that means different things for different people, and a lot of us want to keep our guns ready should they be needed. About 2 years ago, we told you about the Amish dairy farmer who was bravely arrested by the AFG for selling guns without the Crown's pleasure. Well, Reuben King was finally sentenced. He got 3 years probation and a $35,000 fine. I couldn't find any reference to Reuben King on the ATF's site. They're usually really proud about all of their arrests. So I decided to call my old friend Agent Kittler to find out why the federal government considered this man such a threat. Thank you for taking the time to chat with me, Agent Kittler. Oh, the pleasure is all mine, Herr Andrew. Agent Kittler, could you please tell me why you considered Reuben King to be such a threat to his community? A threat? Nein, there was no reason to think he was any kind of threat. We simply wish to make an example of anyone who is not in compliance with our constantly evolving and needlessly complicated rules. If all is in Ordnung, there will be no trouble, Okay, but Agent Kittler, the court gave him just about the softest sentence it possibly could. Doesn't that hint your resources could have been better used arresting MS-13 or AB gangbangers with like RPGs or whatever? Oh my, that sounds dangerous. An agent could get injured doing something like that. Agent Kittler, how many dogs did Reuben King have? And now for your moment of zen.
Know what's coming if my thumb slips off this. Oh no, I just shot Marvin in the face. So is body armor worth wearing? Let's see if it'll shoot. Hi, we're not on the range today, we're at one of our training facilities, so hopefully you won't have to put up with too much gunfire in the background. But what I want to talk about...
If you haven't heard, one of the most legendary PewTubers ever, Paul Harrell, has pancreatic cancer and will be leaving us soon. Before he passes, let's try to get his channel to 1 million subs. Please, click on the link right here if you aren't already subbed. For that matter, go ahead and click it even if you are, because sometimes YouTube unsubscribes you from your favorite content. I'm sure it's for your own good or something. Hey friends, do you like pews and other pew-related things? Would you like to help us keep delivering you pure, uncut American pew propaganda at the low price of free fitting? We literally couldn't pay the bills without our sponsors, so do us a solid and get yourself something nice from them. You deserve it. I love you.